to support the platform just in case anything like this happens again, you can do it by way of PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and also by the Anchor. And you can also further support the platform by way of going to the Teespring store or the shoe store that is located in the comment section below.
Our communities are not reporting these incidences. We don't want to cause more trouble, more attention to our communities.
A 27-year-old man from a town north of Boulder, Colorado, has been sentenced to 4 decades in prison after officials said they seized nearly 6,000 fent. The Weld County District Attorney's Office said that the man from Greeley had dealt mass amounts of drugs in the county. Andrew Dirty was being investigated by the county's Drug Task Force team in 2022 for his dealings. During that investigation, officials said they intercepted 3 postal packages from California that contained fent. At one point, Dirty also sold fent to undercover officers, the DA's office said, all of which resulted in the seizure of about 5,800 fent items. But that number was a conservative count. Chief Deputy District Attorney Michael Paraglia said during Dirty's sentencing hearing, the DA's office said, any one of those items could have erased someone, Paraglia said. Bottom line, he made a profit off destroying other people's lives, and we won't tolerate this type of behavior in our community. Dirty was sentenced to 40 years in the state's Department of Corrections on December 21st, the DA's office said late last week. His sentencing came about 2 months after he pleaded guilty to 2 counts related to the drug seizure, 1 count of conspiracy to possession with the intent to distribute fent and 1 count of possession with the intent to distribute fent. In October of last year, Drug Task Force officials in the county said they broke up a drug trafficking organization that was suspected of transporting meth and counterfeit M30s that contained fent in the region. According to CBS Colorado, officials found more than 65,000 counterfeit M30s that contained fent and more than 34 pounds of meth during the course of that investigation.
I don't understand why everybody's so hurt about like being described as a model minority. For me, it's like, well, I want to be the best. I want to be the smartest. I want to be the toughest. The model minority thing, I've never thought about it because I'm too focused on trying to be a model American.
Another one.
In what ways have blacks been pitted against Asians?
We need the black community to realize that that black people are hurting Asians and they need to speak out in their own community.
So, yet again, we have another story about the model minority, the model citizen, the one that was, in a sense, brought here, that was, in a sense, allowed here, in order to be placed just so that they can cause a further divide in between the civil rights era, right? When we had black people and we had the Caucasian ruling class. And they were placed here in order to be a buffer. They are here in order to, in a sense, be a standard, right? As one Asian American stated, that they were placed here in order to show that, hey, we are not, in a sense, like them. We don't tend to cause you any type of harm, nor do we tend to be any type of a problem. So this is when you happen to have Asian Americans that will state that certain crimes are not, in a sense, reported because they don't want to bring the spotlight, or they don't want to have people specifically look directly at their communities, even if they have their own people doing a lot of the things of which they talk about that are negative amongst other communities and see them doing. They're going to, in a sense, sweep it under the rug and let it be. Right. But then in the same breath, complain about what it is that other people, more specifically Black Americans, are specifically doing in their community, and how it is that supposedly Black Americans have and are the only ones that are negatively affecting the Asian American and Pacific Islander community in a negative way. But as we can clearly see here, they labeled him in the media as a Colorado man. This is clearly an Asian American. Don't know specifically the lineage, but he is American. And as you were able to hear another Asian American basically state that he doesn't have a problem with the title model minority. I don't know why everybody's so afraid of it. It's, it just basically means that, yo, I want to be tough. I want to be the smartest. I want to be the greatest. I want to be the best. And overall, I just want to be the best American. So he's taking on two titles at once. So yet again, for those out there that always want to have their mouth open and they always want to speak specifically whenever I bring up stories pertaining to Asian Americans and the things that take place, make sure you direct your attention to this story here and how it is that one of yours was caught with this type of item, and this type of item is known to take a lot of lives, but yet one of yours is doing this within your community, or a part of the main community of which they are supposed to be the model minority. They're supposed to be the ones, remember, not causing the problems, not causing the issues, not causing any type of harm. But yet, seemingly, that's what this individual seems to be doing. But I promise you, more than likely, the Asian American and Pacific Islander community, and the people that like to parade around and state that they love and support and fight with the Asian community in order to combat certain types of stereotypes and different things of that nature. I promise you, those individuals and those groups will never turn an eye directly to this story and try to combat these negative things of which specifically Asian Americans are bringing and doing directly to themselves and other communities.